Welcome everyone. We have students, teachers, parents, one advisor. Thank you, Jeff. But we're also going to be live posted on YouTube this evening. So hello everyone out there. And everyone through this meeting should get a really good idea about the program in general. So I'll be describing the program and then who has what role. The Masterworks program has been running for 20 years, which is quite amazing. And I think it's kind of the jewel of IPS because the grade 9s have had 4 years through IPS to hone their skills in research and presentation and all of the things that they do in maturity, speaking skills. And by the time they're in grade 9, they're ready. They spend their full year researching for this project and writing a paper and then presenting. So this is when our 14-year-olds become experts in the field. And they will, by the time we get to the presentation, they will know more than everyone except their advisors about the subject that they studied, which is very cool for a 14-year-old. The program really consists of a group of people, the student, the faculty advisor, and each student has one member of faculty as their advisor. I'm the coordinator of the whole program, so I oversee everything and I find all the advisors. And if there's ever any issues, then it can come back to me. So each group has a student, has a faculty advisor, has hopefully 2 external advisors. They meet 5 times over the year to guide the process, and the student then does their presentation at the end. So what are they producing? What does it look like in the end? Hello and welcome. In the end, to be their experts, they have to do a lot of work. And it's a lot of work for everyone, but it's mostly work for the student, and that's what it should be. The roles of each of those different groups are such. So the students we'll talk about last. The advisors, the faculty advisor is a teacher who is seeing those kids every day, is being able to speak to them every day if there's an issue, and has just 2 of them so that they can concentrate totally on their own students that they have. They are the liaison between the external advisors and also between the students. So it's linking everybody and keeping everyone on track. The faculty advisors know the program, so they know how much progress should be getting done at each point in time. So the faculty advisor is parents, so you know, is your liaison for knowing what's going on. The external advisors, of which there are 2, this is really who we owe huge thanks to, so thank you. Our community supports this school, and without them, we wouldn't be able to make our 14-year-olds experts because they need our expertise. The people in the community have some amazing skills that they're bringing and sharing with our students. So we really do thank the external advisors that come in and volunteer their time to work with lovely 14-year-olds. And it's a huge part of our program, and it's a big part of, I think, IPS's place on Bowen Island and beyond, is that we do have a lot of people that volunteer and help us be what we hope to be. What a lot of you have been waiting for is, what is the role of the parent? Parents, you may or may not want to hear this, but your job really is to just support your child. What that may look like is mental support when they're breaking down because they can't handle any of the stress. Feed them, make them go to bed on time. All of those things are still kind of what your role is. The external advisors and the faculty advisors, actually essentially the faculty advisor, our role as teachers is to keep them on track, keep them organized, make sure they meet all their deadlines. That's our job. So it is not your job to nag them, it is our job to nag them. They don't have to spend every single moment of spare time that they have. Should I say this again? Grade 9 just say, tell my parents this again. Okay, I'm going to point to the camera. Your kids do not need to spend every spare moment of their lives working on their Masterworks. But we will be the ones, as faculty advisors, to monitor that they are staying on track. If they're not on track, you will hear from us. Okay, so they will be getting lots of input from their external advisors, lots of other contacts, articles to read, books to read, You can certainly, as parents, help that process by, if you hear something on CBC, say, hey, we should listen to this together tonight. Great. All of that is good. When it gets to be something that's like dragging them down and being on their shoulders, that's what we don't want. So really, it's the faculty advisors who should be doing the nagging, and parents, you can and should take a back seat. I've had some awesome parental input for finding advisors, which has been great, because it's hard to find experts in some of the crazy topics that we've got. But really, once this process has started now, hello, it's okay, you're not like, once this process has started, as parents, really, you can take a step back. And the meetings will happen without you. You can ask your student, your child, to look at their meeting notes, but essentially it's their job now. And it's a school project, so it shouldn't, besides support and feeding your kids resources when they may need it, really you can take a step back, which should be a big sigh of relief, maybe, or hard, maybe. We've got some amazing projects this year, and really quite varied. We've got Matt's rebuilding a scooter. Allegra is traveling to Ghana to look at attachment theory and how it works in orphanages. Scott is looking at plans on how to build a greenhouse. There's all sorts of projects, very, very different. So it's going to be in a really exciting June presentation time, because they will come up with some really cool presentations to show what they've learned. Their job as students, I have yet to get to your role, as students, you're responsible, as you know, for a 10 to 30, although it got pushed to 40 last year, crazy kids, a 10 to 30 page paper, hello Jeff, that is sometimes a research paper, sometimes a process paper, depending on if you are doing, making, creating something. Your process paper is all about your problem solving and tracking what you've been doing the whole time, okay? The research paper also is part of this and will go probably together. So even if you are rebuilding a scooter, you are also researching a combustion engine. So those pieces should fit together. In June, we have a full week of Masterworks presentations where the students will be defending their paper and their knowledge. They'll speak for about 20 to 30 minutes. Then they have a question period for another 20 minutes, and then usually say you've met all the requirements of the Masterworks program. And there's huge hurrahs and applause, and they get lots of hugs from their friends. It's a really cool week. We invite all the public to come and listen to all of the students and all of their areas of expertise. We've had so many different kinds of presentations. We've had full dance recitals in the chapel. We've all walked down to the horse ring down there and had a natural horsemanship demonstration. And we've had a kid ride in on a motorcycle. So it can look like anything. And I think it shows the evolution, actually, of 20 years of doing Masterworks. It used to all be research papers. Pam and I were doing this 15 years ago, and it was all research papers. That's when Ted was mostly in charge. It's changed a little bit, and I think works a lot better for kids in getting their hands onto something, doing something, creating something. So it's evolved, and I think it's evolved really well. The program's become more streamlined, there's better communication. So hopefully everything goes smoothly from the students' end, the parents' end, and faculty and advisors. I'm really looking forward to this because there really is some excellent work going to be done over the next year, and in June we'll showcase all of it. So thank you for being here. There is on the table out front a list of where you're meeting. Students, can you stand up and say your name, just so if any advisors here, go for it.
I'm Fergus Clark, Brian Coyle.
Scott Dragon. I'm Allegra Nesbitt-German. I'm Karina Jorgensen-Fulham.
Thank you. And so these meetings are happening at 6 o'clock. I think one of them's happening at 7. The rooms are posted in there, what room you're going to. So parents, you can say goodbye to your kids, and parents and advisors, we're going to move upstairs. Thank you for being here. That's all.